We're gonna be doing a little bit of a sewing challenge today. I thrifted this long maxi linen skirt from the Red, White, and Blue thrift store not long ago. So hello and welcome. My name is Bianca and this is a place to inspire and to be inspired. I love all things crafting and creating on a budget. And if you're not aware, buying linen fabric from the fabric store to make a garment or some kind of clothing item, it's not cheap for good quality linen. And this long linen maxi skirt with a ton of fabric was only $5. So anyway, today we're gonna try to see how many pieces we can make out of this one linen maxi skirt. I have some ideas for shirts or for tops. So these are a couple of my ideas. I really like the high neckline and I like that the back is open on some of these and they have like the back ties. Something to keep in mind is that this linen is not stretchy. So for instance, the top that I'm wearing has an asymmetrical hem at the bottom, but it's stretchy enough to pull over my head. So if I were to make this exact same top with this fabric, I wouldn't be able to get it over my head. So if you want to make a linen piece more fitted, it's either going to have a zipper or elastic somewhere or ties. So that's why I'm thinking one of these tops for my linen top. I want to make at least one top, maybe two different tops. I do have a corset style top that I already own and I figured I could maybe try to recreate that same top out of this linen fabric. It's like a corset style top, so it does lace up in the front. And I was also thinking of maybe making a linen scrunchie, maybe a linen tote bag. We've got options. And I finally got a dress form, so now I can shape all of my fabric on her instead of having to constantly try it on and go back and forth. I think this will just make it flow a little bit easier. So this is the top that I already own that I want to try to recreate with this. I feel like the overall shape of this is pretty simple, and then we just have the lace up front here. And then this is what the back looks like, so it's pretty simple. So I think my plan for this is going to be to lay this flat and then take this off of my dress form, lay it onto this fabric and trace it out and try to make some stencils for each panel. That way I can make my own pattern to recreate this top. And this is the backside of that lace-up corset style top. And I'm just going to use this crystal as my fabric weight. The responsible thing to do would be to trace this with some chalk and then cut it out. But I just feel like winging it today. So I'm going to cut maybe 1/2 inch around the outside of this. And now we're going to use the fabric over here to cut out one side of the front panel. And now for the neckline, I'm just going to cut out a little space here. And now we're just going to mirror this. So now we're going to hem along our necklines, along our armholes, and then along the bottom as well. Okay, so now that we have all of our outer perimeters hemmed, now we can start attaching these panels together. So we're going to attach them at the sides like this with the good sides together. We're going to leave this part open for now because we're going to have to do these the metal rings. I forgot what they're called. So we're going to leave this raw for now, and I'm probably going to end up hemming that and then doing my little things. And once we've attached the sides, then we can attach the shoulders here, and then we'll try it on our dress form and see where we're at so far and if we have to make any more adjustments. Okay, so let's try it on her and see where we're at so far. And we went ahead and hemmed this opening here as well. So all of our edges are now hemmed. All we really need to do now is buy those little metal rings to go across here, and then we can lace it, and then she'll pretty much be done. So I picked up this little eyelet kit to attach these little metal rings. I want to do it similarly to how this one is set up. The original is longer, and then the new corset style top is a little bit more cropped. But I think if I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I might be able to fit 9 eyelets. I'm gonna mark them on this side too. And I don't have one of those little hole puncher tools, so I'm just going to do my best to make a really small little hole in this. I don't want to overdo it, so I'm being really careful. I was actually super surprised at how affordable this little kit was. I thought that I was going to need one of those big like clamper tools, and luckily I didn't. So this is how it turned out, and I'm actually pretty impressed with how well this turned out, considering I just used a super cheap set that I got from Hobby Lobby. And here's how the backside looks. It's not perfect, but I think it works. So now we can put this back on, and then we can start lacing her up. And I used some of that cotton lining that we had left over to make this really long cord. If you don't have enough fabric to make a cord like this, you could always buy ribbon or something similar at the fabric store, or maybe even a shoelace. Our first top is officially completed, and now we just have to try her on in real life and see how she fits. Okay, remember, I am not a professional. I just kind of whipped this together based off of a top that I already had. I don't think it gives the same vibe as the red top that I have. I feel like this looks very costumey, almost like I'm going to a Renaissance fair. Maybe this was me manifesting going to my first Renaissance fair, because I feel like this would be a really good Renaissance outfit, maybe. So this part here could be a little bit tighter. It would be really simple to just sew a little tapered line that kind of makes it a little bit more snatched here at the waist, but I don't really mind it being a little bit more loose. I know that it's a corset style top, which are typically tighter and more form-fitting. I don't know. I like it. It's not what I had in mind. I feel like I'm going to work at the Pirates of the Caribbean ride at Disney or something. It's definitely giving costume vibes, but I think it's cute. Also, the way that I paired it probably doesn't help the whole costumey vibe, because I feel like I kind of played into the whole Renaissance piratey theme. But I do think it's cute, but I think the next top I'm gonna make with this linen fabric is gonna be a lot more wearable and modern for like day-to-day wear. So let's get to that next. So now we can use the other side of the skirt. And now we have all of this linen here to do another top. I can't decide what I want to do with the rest of this fabric. I was thinking of doing a top like this, but I just feel like without a pattern, it would be a little bit too risky to just start winging it and chopping this up. I don't want to waste the fabric. So I think a better route would be something like this. And then at the side, I would just have it connect with like 3 ties and then have like an asymmetrical hem at the bottom. I think that's what we're gonna do. I think I should probably separate the lining from the linen. So this is the linen that we have left for this project. And I'm thinking I might just start pinning this where I would want it. So if this came down like this, pin this up here, and then if this came maybe to about here, and then this is where the side tie would be. It might be kind of hard to see, but for this skirt, there is a seam where the 2 panels connected, and I just cut right along that seam, and it happened to make a perfect asymmetrical line. And around the neckline, I used what would have been the bottom hem from the skirt. That way I don't even have to hem it. Our front panel is finished, and now we have these scraps to figure out how we want to do the back of this top. And I think with our leftover linen, I'm going to use the bottom hem again, and I'm going to connect these the same way, and then utilize this same asymmetrical hem and then connect them down here. So this connects like this, and if I pin this like that, and then for this, it'll connect at the top and match up with the other side. And I think I'll cut this to where this asymmetrical hem matches this point at the bottom here. So this is pretty much the shape that we came up with. The back pretty much matches the front at the same angles. And then on this side here, we're gonna have 2 ties to hold it together. So I need to attach it at the side here. I need to hem the bottom, and I need to attach the shoulders and then hem the armhole. Then once we do that, we can come back and make our straps and then do 2 little ties for the side. I think this is gonna be really cute. Now everything is attached. This is where the shoulder is. This is the armhole. And now we can put it on again. And now we just have this side here where we need to do a couple ties. And I think for the straps, I can get away with using this liner piece. It's just cotton, it's not linen. And now I'm just gonna cut out a couple rectangles from this and then do a straight seam down and use my loop turner to turn it inside out. Basically, I'm just gonna make a couple really thin spaghetti straps. And now we have all 4 of our straps finished, and now we can attach these to the side of our top. And this is the final result from our second top that we made out of our linen skirt. I made a couple alterations off camera. So on the side here, I added a 3rd tie in the middle because with just one at the top and one at the bottom, there was too big of a gap here. And I can't decide if it looks too busy having 3 ties, but I don't think it's too bad. And also I was really concerned that moving my hands around, I would feel the ties, but they're not an issue whatsoever. I don't even notice them. And the other minor adjustment that I made was on this shoulder here. I needed to make this shoulder a little bit tighter, so I had to take it in a bit so that this could come up a little bit higher and cover more. And I decided to pleat the front here because there was a lot of extra fabric versus the back panel didn't have as much extra fabric. And I think that it actually turned out a lot better using that extra fabric and then just folding it over so that it looks like this. I think with the more dramatic asymmetrical hem too, it just gives a really nice, elegant element to it. I prefer this one over the first one that I did. So yeah, I love how this one turned out. We don't have a ton of linen fabric left over. I think, let's see. So this is the linen. There's not much I can do with this, but I can definitely save that. I could probably use this panel here for a scrunchie. Oh, this is a decent amount. We have this to work with. And then we still have this to work with as well. So I think next we're gonna try to make a scrunchie. So for our scrunchie, I'm just gonna try to make this as symmetrical as possible. Now I'm going to attach these ends like this. And then once I have one long strip, I'm going to fold it in half this way and I'm going to sew all the way down. Now we've attached it together like this to make one long piece. If I fold this in half, it's not going to give me a lot of space, and I want a really fluffy scrunchie, so I'm actually going to use my scrap fabric to cut another piece the same width as this and the same length. That way we have more to work with. And now we can use our loop turner to turn this inside right. So here's our little scrunchy tube. And for our elastic, I want it to be pretty snug. I cut it to about here. So this is the size elastic that I'm gonna use. My plan for this, I think I'm going to take this side here and I'm going to fold it under like this. I just folded it in maybe 1/2 inch. And now I'm just going to sew a seam so that we have a clean edge. So now here's what that looks like on one end. So now I attached one end to my loop turner. I'm going to pull this all the way through. And now I have both ends of my scrunchie. And I'm just going to tie these in a knot. So now we have 2 ends of our scrunchie. This is the pretty side and then this is the ugly side. I'm going to put the ugly side inside of the pretty side, like this. And now I'm just going to sew a straight line right on top of this line here to keep these 2 together. And here is our linen scrunchie. I'm sure there's an easier way to go about doing this, but this just seemed to be the most simple. So we've made 3 things so far. We have 2 tops and now we have a big fluffy scrunchie. The only time I really wear scrunchies is if I'm taking a shower and don't want to get my hair wet, or if I'm about to go to bed and I just want something quick and easy to throw my hair up with. So it's not like I'm going to be wearing this out and about, but I do think it's cute to just have a fluffy linen scrunchie now that I can wear whenever I want. And I can say that I made it. Yes, it does hold my hair up. There are a ton of different methods for making scrunchies. Is mine the best one? No, probably not. But it was quick and simple, and I don't have a ton of fabric left over. This is really all we have, and then we also have this little square. I think a little inspiration from you guys on what I can do with this fabric will really help me. And then I'll just make a little TikTok or a short out of it, and then I'll post that separately. So please give me some suggestions of what you guys think I can do with this extra fabric. So that is it for this video. Please let me know which one was your favorite so far. I definitely feel like this little off-the-shoulder asymmetrical top was my favorite from today's video. And until next week, bye!